It's your girl D Nice, and we back in the building with EP number 8.
Episode 8?
Yes.
Shout out
Cody.
Cody.
I'm happy you know the count because
right.
I thought you were going to look at me again, girl.
This is our Father's Day EP, so we do have 2 special guests. These are my long-term friends that I've been cool with for like since high school and up. Let's put it like that. Not before high school, but since high school, I've been knowing both of these beautiful men. And I had to get them on here because they mean so much to me. I'm going to let them introduce themselves after we let Imani go ahead and check in.
Okay, Imani.
What's happening?
Come on now.
Who is it?
I don't need to check in. Y'all know. I know y'all hate to see my face. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm here. Love you.
Live in effect.
Live in effect. Okay. Almost wasn't live, but I made it here.
That's wild. Say that
I made it here.
Super.
Almost.
You guys can introduce
Okay, you going first?
Go ahead.
This
man.
your city, though. You want me to go first?
My city.
You better say that out loud, too. You better say that out loud.
Wait, don't claim it. No.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Akila O'Neal. I'm here reporting live, representing Compton, Rossby, all the way here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Pleasure to be here. Like she said, I've been knowing Denise for quite some time. Rob is my childhood friend, and I had the pleasure, the indubitated gall to meet Miss Imani.
Indubitated gall is hilarious.
So I'm so grateful to be here, man. And then I'm just here, and let's just have a good
Thanks
time.
for
and,
coming.
Yeah. Come on, Rob.
For the vibe.
Come on, Rob.
Come on,
What's
Cheerio.
happening? I go by Cheerio. If you didn't know, now you know. From Long Beach, and I'm happy to be here with my sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Pip, pip,
Supporting.
cheerio.
Cheerio.
And yeah. Let's have a good time tonight.
Yeah, so are y'all ready, though? Y'all nervous?
I am.
You nervous?
Yeah.
I'm slightly nervous because I definitely forgot it was a Father's Day thing, and I'm like, ugh.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
We still number 20 on the list, dog.
Man.
Number 20 of celebrated holiday.
Yeah, yeah.
Halloween comes before Father's Day. Insane. Do you hear
I
me?
mean,
That's
that's
crazy.
but that's granted, though, because, I mean, come on now. You see a lot of, like, deadbeats out there. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, that's a fair argument.
Yeah.
That's a fair argument.
Yeah.
But 20? Out of all the holidays, we 20?
I mean, I can't.
Where's Juneteenth at? I haven't looked at that list.
You know what? I don't know because it's actually a new holiday on the books.
That
so
is true.
We probably have to give it some time to see how
That
it
is
rolls
true.
I
out.
was about to say,
But
because
Mother's
I bet
Day
you
is-
Juneteenth
is-
probably, y'all probably beat Juneteenth, I bet.
I think Mother's Day is like number 2 after
Amen.
Christmas
Rightfully so.
around the world.
Rightfully so.
Okay.
I say Father's Day should at least be number 5.
Five.
What will come
Maybe-
before us?
Maybe 10.
10 is crazy.
No,
You
it's
need to
better than
heal.
20.
You need to heal. You might need to go see a therapist.
I
Check
do.
in. Yeah, check
I
in.
do.
That's actually fire. I'm gonna have to think. I'm over here like, damn. What are the other 4 holidays?
Do you have children? I didn't even ask you that. Do you have children?
I don't. Money love the kids. Money
That's
don't got her
TT.
own kids.
Hey,
though.
oh, you the
That's
ultimate
TT.
TT.
That is
That's
TT.
TT
Okay.
Money. Okay, I go by
Preschool
TT Money.
TT. Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you the first question.
Okay.
But first, I want you to pretty much let our people know what is it that you do. Like, what is it that, because you are really involved in the community.
Uh-huh.
And that's another reason why I really wanted to get you on here, because I love the city. You know, I love the land. Even though I did move to Vegas, it's still
Alright.
expensive out there.
You ain't lying.
But, you know, I love the city, and you do a lot for the city and with the city. So kind of tell us what it is that you're working on right now, and, like, what's to come. And, like, what are you a part of right now that's really big in the city?
Okay, so
Compton, to be exact.
Compton Watts, always to the day I die, the east side, the east side. Well, to be honest with you guys, I am a 15-year-long transfer student. It took me 15 years to get to my bachelor's program. And now as I decided to, so I'll tell you what happened in 2023, I got really, really sick and had COVID and pneumonia at the same
Oh,
time.
wow.
That thing almost took me out. Mind
No,
you,
for
at
real.
the time, I was working 2 blue-collar jobs, so I never stopped working when COVID happened.
Yeah.
And I worked at a hospital, too. But stress, a bad breakup, stress, all those things hit me hard. And when I came out of that, like, I was in ICU for like a month.
Really?
Right. I couldn't talk to my mama. She was in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in
Because
there
they
by
wasn't
myself.
letting nobody in.
I couldn't, on the phone, breathing hard, begging for the girl I was going through it with to take me back while she at the other nigga house. Straight up, low.
Oh.
So that's why when these dudes be coming on podcasts front like the black woman ain't never had them down, boy, I done been sick. Boy,
Amen.
sick.
We love to hear it. I
Yeah,
love
I
to
done
make a
been
nigga
sick.
chest
So
hurt.
coming out of that,
Bitches ain't shit though.
So coming out of that, I decided, man, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to school. It's always been my dream to be an educator since I was a young kid. Having children early in life circumstances, changed the trajectory. And also simultaneously, I jumped into stand-up comedy. Stand-up, yeah, I know. So I've always been active in the community. I've been a community organizer, activist. I've done it all. I'm still continue actively doing it, but I think the best way that I feel like I can change my city, Compton, Watts, LA, is to be an educator in the city. Okay. That way I can reach the masses of young people, whether it's on the junior college level, the college level, and the high school level simultaneously. I can get, my major is, my whole department is African American studies, Black studies, and things like that.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and so that's my love. And it took a little minute because I was focused on school, but then stand-up comedy started picking up. So I actually went viral on a few other podcasts, a couple years.
You did.
Yeah, and I went viral twice. The first time it was cool. That second time was scary. Now people start seeing me outside, like, I remember you. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I can't wait for that. That's what I want.
Yeah, no, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen.
And
that pushed my stand-up comedy career. So now both of the stand-up comedy becoming a Black educator are like fusing into one. And so now I'm just trying to see, no, I'm not trying to see, I am seeing how I can make a greater impact. So my dream, my goal till the kids put me in the ground or burn my ashes is to teach in the inner city, teach on the college and the high school level, and do stand-up comedy and just heal, man. I'm all about healing.
Of course you're going to be able to do that though. Like you've already, the alignment is already there. Like it's already in your purpose.
I'm still healing, knowing how to receive compliments. I ain't there yet.
Okay, I'm working on it too.
All of us. We over here like, all right, now that's enough.
Okay, so how old were you when you had your first kid?
I was 18 years old. I found out about my oldest son, Jaden, I want to say 2 weeks before graduating King Drew.
Oh.
Right. I'm not going to put all our business out there, but I found out about him in June. Okay. He came in August.
Okay.
See that facial expression you made?
I'm sorry.
That's the one I made right there. And then he came. I couldn't go to Morehouse. I stayed. He got really sick. He had spinal meningitis for a week after he was born. So his first few months was in the ICU, and I was 18. And then following
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. I went through a lot in my early stages of being a parent because by the time I was 21, my ex-wife at the time, she had a son, and I became his father as well. So by the time I was 21, I already had 3 sons.
We're going to touch on that.
Okay,
we're going to touch on that because I got some questions on that. But okay, Rob, how old was you when you had your first kid?
22?
22. How was that? Being that that's kind of like a bigger age gap, and being that you were kind of old enough to drink, old enough to party and be outside, how did that change the dynamic of your life, being that you were considered an adult when you had your first child?
It was crazy because I always thought that I was going to have a baby young.
Yeah.
You know, like in high school. You know?
I know, I'm looking the same way. Yeah.
But yeah, it was different, especially like around the time that it happened. You know, like I had just got out of jail. Mm-hmm. I was living in like Atlanta, and I came back to Cali, and situation happened. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself that the next time that a situation like that do occur, then I want to go full-fledged with it. You know, I made that commitment with God, and so I did.
Okay.
And so, but it was cool, but at the same time, I didn't get the chance to really experience my 20s. You know, so like.
I get you.
At the time, I was still outside though.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just me like being honest with myself. You know, like I was still outside, partying and still, you know, dealing with women, et cetera, et cetera. I was always in my kid's life still to this day, you know, but, you know, I was outside.
It's definitely different. Because by the time I was 22, my oldest daughter came. So I'm already, at that time, 3-4 kids in at 22, my first daughter.
I was at 2. By 22.
22.
Yeah, I was at 2 already.
At
so,
it was cool I get it. Because, you know, like I feel like I was for sure like an adult, right?
No, but, yeah.
I mean, still young at the same time.
And I feel you, though, because I say that all the time, too. Like, I was just telling you that earlier when we was taking a drink. I didn't get a chance to enjoy my youth how I should have. Because, you know, like, a lot of people look at me now that I'm a single mother of 3 in my 30s, and I'm outside as much as I am, I should be ashamed of myself But no, I didn't get to be outside because as soon as I had my kid, I was also still a single parent, so I had to be there for him. And then I got into a relationship, so I was playing girlfriend, so I couldn't be outside even if I wanted to. And then on top of that, I just wasn't in a space to where my lifestyle was good enough for me to be outside. Like, I didn't have everything in order for me and my kids for me to be outside having fun. And not saying that's wrong, because I still think that people should enjoy their lives through the struggle.
Absolutely.
But for me, it was different because my struggle was a little bit more intense for me mentally. So I didn't know how to handle or juggle the two dynamics. So being outside in my 30s,
it's fun. You got money now.
No, right.
I got some money.
I know who I am. I know what fun is. Actually, I'm not just out here trying to figure out what type of shit I want to get into or what type of fun shit I want to do today. No,
I know. Capricorn in you.
Yes.
We out here.
we out here.
Y'all got it.
Yes.
Y'all got it.
We out here.
Wait. Can we stop with January, right?
No.
You December?
Yeah.
Oh, you December. Don't wait. Whoa. Hold on. Because we January.
Yeah, and it's going to always be we start and end the year.
You know what? I'm over it.
Y'all got it.
When's your birthday?
Y'all got it. I'm over here like.
She in December, though, but she is Sagittarius.
Oh, my Lord.
And guess what? The most least problematic sign that there is.
Oh, I can definitely argue that. From my ex to
and
my
guess
baby
what?
mama to a few other girls.
I'm gonna tell you what. You probably can and will argue me that. And guess what? I'm not gonna have nothing to say because I don't do signs.
I like that.
I just know my sign.
I'm a Christian, like
and
my
I know
mama
how
tell
I
me.
am. So
yeah, I'm a Christian. That's what I
Y'all
tell
got
people.
it.
My mama raised me Christian.
yeah,
I still think that Capricorns are the best, but I was telling somebody we are not compatible with nobody, it seems like. And not saying that we don't go good with somebody. It's just not how other people do or other signs do. Like, you know how other signs, you see them together, be like, oh yes, they're compatible. Us is more so like, I can benefit from that person, they can benefit from me.
That's interesting.
That's just how maybe as a female, I don't know.
Benefit is a crazy word, I feel like, but I'm gonna set that conversation out too because I said I don't do signs. So.
You lose interest fast?
Me too. And that's why I feel like,
it's a Capricorn.
but that's why I feel like we're not compatible with nobody. It's just the interest goes so fast, and me, I'm an asshole. Once it's gone.
It's gone.
What do I owe you? What the fuck do I owe you a fucking response for it? We ain't known each other long enough for me to heal no type of void that you should be feeling or could be feeling. No.
But wait, so this is what I don't understand about. This is what me personally don't understand about zodiac signs.
Okay, come on.
Because I feel like I'm hearing, okay, I lose interest fast. We all Capricorns, boom, boom, gang, 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 right? That's cool. I know a lot of other signs who say the same thing. So can we call it a sign thing, or is it just a personality thing?
Well, I think right now we're not saying that losing interest fast is a Capricorn thing. I think we're just all Capricorns agreeing that that's what's happening right now.
And y'all go sit there and say that that's what it's for Capricorn. It's a Capricorn thing, but not like maybe that's just who you are as a person.
I think millennials just lose interest fast too.
I don't think because
that's a good
one. It definitely is. I think millennials, because we got to think we grew up with the internet. We saw the internet expand, and now we basically kind of control the internet. Now, I'm not knocking the new generation, but millennials, we have such a imbalance of knowing what it was like before social media and to live in social media now.
No, that's true.
And so when you meet somebody whose whole world is in social media, now I love podcasts and all that type of stuff, but you guys know those people who their lives is involved in the fake reality matrix.
No, yes.
And so that type of stuff seeps through other things like relationships. So now all of your relationship advice is coming from the internet. You're not taking no time to work on yourself and all that. All of your therapy advice is coming from small reels, but real therapy is you sitting there in an hour crying. I was in therapy for I'm still in therapy, but my first 3 years I cried. It was just getting it all out. I'm just now learning how to apply the tools to my life, and I'm year 6. So when you meet those things, you see it's that quick fix. And I think for millennials who have somewhat of a good head on their shoulders, or they have some type of cognitive understanding that this is not real, I make my realness, that's why we lose interest fast, because some people are very superficial and materialistic.
Mainly men.
Okay, you ready for your shot?
And but no, I say that because like again, I'll talk about this on my next podcast, but I did put up a post saying that Vegas is like Grand Theft Auto. And a lot of people are on my ass about it. A lot of people are in agreement with it.
Grand Theft Auto is crazy to say.
But it is. And I think it's because of where I work, I do see the craziest of crazies. And it goes hand in hand with
real.
me.
She don't see what we don't see.
It's like LA is Gotham City, so I got you.
Worse. Okay, well, it's kind of worse, but yeah. Because it's... Okay, like I said, I'll get on that next
episode. I can't wait to come back. Y'all can bring me back.
I'll bring you back. Don't worry.
Cool. The door is open.
But
I'ma leave the
I lost my train of thought. What I was saying. Okay, so but
take your time.
Something about men and whatever you said last. I forgot what you said. I'm sorry.
The men out here are really into that Grand Theft Auto life, like the fast life, just. Bitches, money, cars,
Vegas.
And yes, but pimping
Sin
too.
City.
Like pimping is the main thing out here.
Okay.
So a lot of men have that mentality. They can't even hold like a regular conversation. They're not trying to build nothing. They're not trying to invest time to get to know you anymore. They don't even want to go on dates. It's all about let's just chill. Let's just kick it. Like, and you don't meet men like attractive men that are taller than you.
Oh God! You gotta put your preference in there. That's crazy. You see how she tried to slide that her Facebook dating app? Can you be over 6'2"? Balloon pop, balloon pop, balloon
But I'm just
pop.
saying, like in
pop.
like regular places, like grocery stores and stuff like that, and it makes you think like, well, damn, like, are men my type not doing independent shit? Do they not have motion? Like, what the fuck going on? So in my eyes, I just feel like.
Rob,
Yes.
how you feel about that, Rob? Because you're a man who
and
lives here.
And let me say this though.
Go,
let me say this because I don't want to offend men that I have not came encounter with, meaning men in other states. Men in other states that I have not got to experience because I haven't been to those states. But I've been to California and I've been to Vegas, and it's kind of like the same thing. It's kind of like a real fast, just.
That's what I was gonna ask, because I was gonna ask Rob. I hear that a lot, not just in Vegas, but dating period for my black sisters.
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
I'll be like, wait, so what type of niggas
If
y'all
you,
really like?
all I'm gonna say is, if you're hearing it that much, it gotta be true.
It gotta
Rob,
be.
what you think? You live in Vegas? You from Long Beach?
Vegas, yeah. Shout out to the city. North side.
North side. 91.
Vegas is a crazy place. Like, it is not real.
It's not.
You know
I
what
was
I'm
just gonna
saying?
say.
And
I was
like,
just gonna say that.
So, you know, I have my share of women out here. You know what I'm saying?
Share is crazy.
You know, like, I tried it and stuff, you know, but like the women out here, if you from Vegas, I don't mean to disrespect or anything,
I do.
but the people out here is different.
Different.
And then like the dudes, like, you know, like just trying to get homies, because all my homies is still in the land.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like just trying to like have some type of fellowship with some men or anything, like, you know, like the dudes out here is weird too.
No, yeah.
It's like no swag, no originality. It's no culture out here.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what
the
I'm
main
saying?
thing.
So, like,
no culture in Vegas.
So even when I go somewhere, I always stand out because of like my appearance, how I converse, my intellect, etc., etc. Like, they know that I'm not from out here, you know. But dating is crucial out here. So if you find somebody out here that's from Vegas, then you lucked up. But most of the time, you'll meet somebody that's not from Vegas. So, you know, it's a lot of people out here from Chicago, from
all over.
New York.
It's a lot of people from all over.
It's a big old gumbo pot out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gumbo pot. No,
So
that's
question.
accurate. That's accurate.
But no question. So how is the dating life? Because you're a single father. Are you in a relationship?
No.
That was my
Situationship?
question, yeah.
You a lie. I just saw you post up something talking about you and your wife went somewhere or something like that.
Me and my wife?
I don't know. It was something. And y'all was
Me
on
and
like a
my
mountain. Y'all was on like a
Caught
mountain or
A
something.
mountain?
Girl, you can pull it up.
Please pull it up. A mountain and wife?
That's
is
doing
crazy.
too much. Look,
It's
I don't know.
A mountain and wife?
When I was trying to think of my questions for you, I said, "Oh, he's in a relationship."
A
Okay, so I'm
mountain
asking.
and wife?
Okay, so we're gonna.
Okay, so
so
what about
touch-
X the mountain?
I am currently single.
Okay.
Are you seeing somebody talking to somebody?
You can say that out here on podcast. I like to keep my business private.
Okay, and
yes,
it's only because only reason I asked you is because I want to ask my next question, my follow-up question, because it'll be for you too. How is that as a single father? Like, how is that dating someone else that is not your children's parent? You
okay,
know?
I have a lot of experience. So I'm single. So let's say that out loud.
Okay.
But I will say I have, not unfortunately, but I've been allowed to experience 3 women who I have children by. I had kids very early, so it was very quick. And I will say, dating period.
But also tell me what it's like for your kids as well.
So my children are a little bit older. So my last situation, we were off and on for a quite amount of time. So it was a little different. But I think I have been turned down a lot because I have 4 children, or because of the amount of children's mothers that I have. I've been in parenting classes, so I'm learning how to switch up my tone. You know, I'm trying to do better now.
I love this.
Do better.
I love this.
Even when they piss me off, you know. But I think, for me, I've learned that what's for me is going to be for me, and what's not is going to be fun. What I will say, as a father, I find myself usually 98% of the time attracting mothers, right? And honestly, I've had a few, I've had situations, or, you know, little razzle dazzles with women who don't have children. I prefer women who do have children, not because of the kids, but because I don't want you feeling like you got to work extra, because Kyra and Amara, my daughters, they running this thing right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
rightfully so.
I don't want you to ever think, because I'm a real hands-on dad, and I was raised by my grandmother and my mother, so I'm very domesticated. So ain't no woman picking up after me.
Yeah.
I sweep, I mop, I vacuum, I wash, I do it all. You don't have to tell me to do nothing. The only thing I want my woman to do is cook, make my plate, and make my plate for lunch, and have my little zooms and whams. Now sometimes, you know, women, y'all fold neat. Y'all know how y'all fold? You can do that, you know, right? Do your little thing, have your little neat womanly thing, but I don't need to be taken care of. And a lot of the times, I think dating, especially women who have children, and you meet their fathers, like, when I hear type of hesitation, when I'm talking to you about your kid's father or things like that, I automatically, he's a deadbeat, or you had to take care of him. And it's really hard because you don't have to do that over here, you know? So you've had to, this is a podcast, you didn't have to go to work, possibly going to school, possibly another job, pick up the children, take care of the children, cook, clean up behind the children, and expect to lay down on your back for this dude who ain't doing half of what we talking about. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, I want to pick up my own kids. I want to drop my own kids off. I want to take my kids here. As a father, I have to work and I have other things going on, but I'm very hands-on with my children. So it's sometimes women have been taking care of men for a very long time. So when they meet a man of some type of substance, I'm not saying I don't have my ways, but you ain't never got to take care of me. So it's like the disconnect. I don't care about how much money you make. I don't care about your education. I don't care about all those things. Those things don't make you. You know, I'm not, are you a good person?
Right.
Are you kind? Are you sweet? Are you gentle? You know, I'm 34 years old, and I just found out that I want to be able to come home, not necessarily peace, because God gives me my peace. Yeah, 34. I'm 34, and I actually want to be celebrated when I come home. Not like I'm ruling over you, but I got to fight the world, you know? So when I come home.
So she don't either? Sorry.
No, that's a really good point.
Okay.
Of course. I'm going to take care of you, though. Okay. I'm going to warm up your towel when you in the shower and I carried my grandmother out of the house. I was her caretaker. I soaked her feet when she was battling cancer. I carried her out the house when she took her last breath. So taking care of a woman is not hard.
So it's not necessarily taking care, though. I'm saying, like, I hear you. Mm-hmm. But when you say you want to be celebrated when you get home, I see what that looks like. But I see what it looks like for a woman that's not more so a stay-at-home mom.
I see.
You see what I'm saying? So like a woman.
I want my woman to work. Please have a job.
No. Yes.
Please do your thing.
And I feel like you are that type of person who want her to be independent and do what she loves to do. Yeah. But what if she wants to be celebrated too? And what if you guys both had that hard day? That's just like, oh my God, like, what does that look like?
Well, as a man, I'm already not going to tell you everything. It is what it is. He knows it. Rough. I'm not going to bring everything home. My job is to make your life easier. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to make your life easier. So I like women who got something going on, whether it's medicine, career. Do your thing, boo. I'm going to make sure I'm sending lunch. Of course, I'll send flowers to that stuff is bare minimum. So a lot of the stuff what we see on social media, it's like, oh my God, this is an extravagant thing. That's bare minimum because I like you. Mm-hmm. If I meet you on Sunday and I ain't sent you lunch by Friday, I really don't like you.
Message.
Okay, so
that's the one right there.
How is the dating life for you? Because I know we just found out my boy's in a relationship.
Right, got him a sister.
Man.
And she's very pretty, y'all.
Listen.
Look at you cheesing and blushing. You in love?
But how was that?
Message.
Message. How was that with you know, you coming from like this single father role, you know, you had your journey where you transitioned a lot within, and then meeting somebody and then bringing them around your children. Like, how was that? Like, as a father, from a man's perspective?
It was pretty cool, honestly, because for one, like, my kids is like, they great, you know, like they're not bad kids at all. And
but this is their first time actually seeing you with like somebody.
Oh,
for
this
real,
is
right?
so this is the only. I didn't know that, so I'm getting information as we go.
Yeah.
So this is the first person they've seen outside of mom with
And
you.
dad, yeah.
nah.
Tell the truth, because you know I know.
Sorry.
Nah,
Okay,
nah,
yeah.
nah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
not, but, you know, like,
Serious it is though.
this was the first time them seeing her, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mind
but
my business.
it was cool. Like, she's very, like, a nurturing person. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And she doesn't have any kids, but, you know, like, everything was cool. You
Does
know,
she want children?
Yeah, she do.
So that means you want children.
Yeah, I want more.
Yeah,
many you want?
Rob wants
I
more.
want a
Yeah.
tribe. I want like 3 more.
Rob.
How many you got? It's 2, right?
I got 3.
You want 3 more? You want 6?
Yeah, I want 3 more.
Rob,
Mercy.
Rob
you might need to
is,
start back drinking because
He's right. Look,
16 is
He
crazy.
finna build a community.
Bruh,
He
my
have his
forward.
own community.
I got 50. I got soon to be 16, soon to be 14, soon to be 12, and 9.
Yeah.
I can't start. Starting over is crazy.
yeah,
Because
it's
like
a wrap.
you know, Harlem is 8, Junior about to be 7, and Brooklyn just turned 3. So that's
Okay.
a gap like we was talking about earlier.
Yeah, that is
But like
that
you know,
is
like
a gap.
I always been that type of person that
You
want
have.
kids.
Yeah.
You know,
You
like
have.
I want that. I'm very family oriented.
You are. Yeah, I
You
can
know,
agree.
That's good.
And the one reason why I do want another one because, you know, when I had the separation with my child's mother, I missed out on a lot of time with Brooklyn. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
That's the
saying?
baby, right?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
baby.
She's 3.
Yeah, 3.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and then because of my situation, I couldn't leave Nevada.
Yeah.
You know, like it was a point in time to where I couldn't leave at all. So like the only way I could see my kids was if
They
my mom
came.
bring them.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or if she bring them. And so I missed out on a lot of that time. And you know, I want to do it better. You know, like I want to get married. You know what I'm saying?
be a
Like,
I
husband?
do
fire.
too.
Do you want to be a
That's
husband
fire.
though?
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Look, I want to be.
That's
a
a
husband.
good question.
I want to be a husband. I want to get married. Then I want to have a child.
And I also
That's good.
think like if we was having this conversation with us, let's say like 4 years ago, this conversation would be a little different as far as marriage. Because I feel like you always want to be married, but the husband dynamic, I think for you changed now that your mental growth is in a whole different
Absolutely.
aspect. Like
Yeah.
I think like
Yes.
you would be an amazing husband, of course, but I think you will give more than you were given before. As
For
far
sure.
and not saying that, you know, the mom didn't deserve it, but I think just with your journey, I think the separation you are giving it to, you're going to give it to the person who it was meant for. You know,
That's
'cause I really have a strong belief in, I really have a strong belief in like, you know, some people you build them up for someone else.
True.
And as much as that sucks, you know, there's some grace in that, you know, knowing that you were able to help the needy.
And you,
I was
you know,
just gonna say,
you gotta go
they
through.
needed you more than you
gotta
needed
go
them.
through
There you go.
storms.
And you
know,
do.
like you gotta go through them
You
storms,
do.
and you feel me. Yahweh will put you in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like you were saying, a year ago, 2 years ago, like just my mindset was
Yeah.
different. You know, like I was consumed in darkness, like for a long time, and I had to go through a situation to become sober, and so like just looking in the mirror, forgiving yourself, and understanding that the mistakes and the wrongs that I did, some things I can't change. It is what it is. Learning to let go, and just accepting life. And I'm very gracious and like, you know, about where I'm at right now.
No, yeah.
And cause I look at it as like a second chance at life. For real. Cause
No, for real.
I'm not even supposed to be here if you want to be completely honest.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
and
right.
so I look at it as like, man, I got to do better. And even when it comes to my kids, because I was always there, but years ago I was on the block with the homies. We was drinking, smoking.
Yeah.
Like I'd come home every night.
Yeah.
You know, some nights.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Some nights, if we being real.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like my mind was consumed, and it was just like I was off track. So with my mind now, like just being aware, fully focused, you know, I go to church every week. I go to therapy.
You sure do.
I go to therapy every
So
week.
tell us how long you've been sober.
I've been sober for 1.5 years.
And off
a year
what?
and 6 months.
Liquor.
Liquor and weed. Yeah.
Y'all give him a round of applause
Yeah.
because look.
Because I just started, so I'm like, I just started.
Yeah.
I'm
right.
still, I got a little cup in my hand.
It was hard.
I want to say something to that because I was married young. You know, I did everything fast. Had kids fast. I have children with women I barely knew. You know, and then I got married to somebody I didn't know, and I didn't even know really what husbandry was. You know what I'm saying? So it took. I'm 34, and I'm just now like, okay, this is what it means to be a husband. And I look forward to being a husband. I want to be a husband, right? But I also know what I want out of my wife as well, or what type of energy that I need from my wife. And so you said, you know, your turning point was the darkness, and I was actually operating out of like numbness. So I was just living, but I was numb. I didn't really know how to feel. And when I got into therapy, and it took some time, bro, because I started therapy. COVID was happening, the world was upside down. I'm still bullshitting, got stuff going on, whether it's women, lying, things like that. I've always been the best father that I could possibly be, but then I had to realize what legacy am I leaving for my children, you know, because I got 2 boys, they teenagers now, and then my girls is coming up, and it's like, I don't want to continue to be that same Akila.
True.
You get what I'm saying? And it's I caused a lot of chaos over the years, but I now know healing is really a journey. And to hear you say, you know, you my boy. I've been knowing you since we was kids. You know, I'm a few years older, but I remember when the first day I met you, and to see you transition and go through the ups and downs and the parenting. And when I did text you when we couldn't get on the phone, to hear you standing right here, bro. I'm gonna give you before Sunday. I'm gonna give you love, and that's you, my dog.
That's fire.
You my dog. We done lost a lot of homies, man.
Yeah.
And to see you standing strong. Going through all of what you've been going through, bro. I can go down the list. I met Denise at a funeral.
Yeah.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know how I operate in the community when it comes to the ministry, Christianity, or the gospel side. I'm always burying somebody. I got tons of obituaries.
Yeah.
So to meet my boy, to see like, hey, I almost didn't make it, but I'm here. We on a podcast, nigga.
Yeah, for
you see what I'm saying?
This is wild.
Father's Day in a few weeks. You got 3 kids. I didn't know you had 3 kids.
Yeah.
A 3-year-old in your 30s is crazy to have a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
So
fire.
hats off to you, bro. Because
Thank you, bro.
I don't even have no words, and that's you really what it's about, man. And I'm proud of you, bro. Really.
I feel the same way. I'm so
Yeah,
proud of
man.
you, and I tell you that all the time. I know I do, but I am. It's just like
Cheerio.
no, for real.
Came
like
a long way
just
from jerky. Came a long way from skinny jeans and the colored pants.
Seeing the
Exactly.
transition like firsthand is crazy to me, because not like that, but I didn't expect for it to be this intense, like this drastic of a change. Of course, I expected you to grow, of course, you know, because I feel like everyone grows with age and experience, but like you did like a whole 360.
Yeah, I did,
You
and it's crazy
did.
because as I like just think about it, life is about choice.
Yeah.
You know, like I could have went to prison and got out and continued doing, you feel me, drinking, smoking, etc. But I chose to seek help, and like I love it. You feel me? It
Yeah.
was very overwhelming in the beginning because it was a lot of like stimulations. You know,
Yeah.
like drug testing every day. Got to get a breathalyzer on my whip. You know what I'm saying? I had multiple DUIs, so
How many you had, bro?
I had 3.
Oh, you was acting like it was Grand Theft Auto out here.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was.
wild.
I'm
Man, you
telling you.
But you know,
3 is
so-
crazy, right?
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
it's so crazy how God worked though. So like, when I got my 3rd DUI, I was really supposed to go straight to prison, like straight there, no ifs, ands, buts about it. But when the judge didn't see it, my first one, so it was closed. So my 3rd one popped up as my 2nd one, and so they was like, you know, you about to go to prison for a year, or you got to go get help. And so I'm like, man, give me my help. You feel me? Because I got a job. You know, I always stay with a job.
You always do.
But
Fire.
like, I lost a lot of shit. You feel me? Like, because of alcohol. You know, like good ass jobs, all that stuff. You know, I
Yeah.
was working at the Sphere when it first
yeah.
before it opened. You know,
He
and
was. And he was supervisor, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I lost that opportunity, and then like in the midst of this, like not being able to leave Nevada, I got hired with the government in California. But I had to turn down that job, you feel me, with the county.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't do that. So I'm hurt, like overwhelmed, like I can't do this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as time progressed, it's like everything really happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I love where I'm at right now. You know,
I love it for you too.
Yeah, everything is cool.
That's good.
No,
you
yeah.
know? For real, for real.
Because I definitely would have took that program too. You said prison
That's
class,
man.
prison class. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
So wait, okay, I don't mean
No
to. So you had 3, only 2 appeared.
Only 2 showed up.
The Lord,
No, yeah.
literally the Lord.
Yeah.
Question though,
For real.
because you both have girls. How would you say your parenting style will change as your girls start, to transition and date?
How old is your
and
Hey.
Oh, he got some time. I got soon to be 12. She just graduated. She going to middle school.
So how is that?
Well, that's where.
Especially knowing that, like, she lives with the mom?
She asked to move with her mom, so she went back with her mom. So I get her my kids have full access to me, especially the girls.
So knowing that, like, she's with her mom now, which I feel like every girl will need to be at some point, even if they are living with their dad, like, a girl needs their mom like a boy needs their dad, how would you say, like, what is your biggest fear? Let me put it like that. What is your biggest fear
really
as
good
a
question.
father, knowing that your daughter is going to become a teenager and be interested in boys or be interested in someone else? Let's not even just put a gender on there.
Because it can go like that too.
Yeah,
we have those conversations.
Yeah,
now.
let's just put someone else, be interested in someone else other than herself.
Okay.
What's your fear behind that? Like, what's your biggest fear?
My fear is that she won't be comfortable enough to be open and honest with me.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because maybe a year or 2 ago, maybe a year and a half, she, mind you, it's my first girl. She'll be 12 in August, used to having brothers, and her mom has more children now as well. So she's the oldest girl on her mom's side and the oldest girl on my side. And something happened. It was something small. She was hungry about something, and so she shuts down.
Oh.
And so she's the shutdown kid. So my job is to teach her how to learn how to process her emotions, because I'm your dad. I didn't do anything wrong. You just shut down and had this whole little fit, and I didn't do anything wrong, but asked you what was going on.
Right.
And I don't want her brings me to tears, ever to be in a space to where she feel like she can't come to me.
Right.
I'm talking about anything, right? Because I don't believe in, once I had my first her, when she came, I was like, double standards are out the door.
Right.
Now, I do believe there are some things culturally like, no, this is for girls, no, this is for boys, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want her ever to be in a space where she can't come to me as her father. I'm her first protector. My job is to take care of you and protect you until another man asks for your hand. And then when we get to that point, we're going to get to that point. So I don't want her ever to be in a space where she can't come to me. And I'm talking about anything. I was raised by women. So cycles and all that, none of that stuff bothers me. You liking boys, none of that stuff bothers me. I'm an educator, so I'm always dealing with the dynamics of children and kids. Since when I used to teach preschool all the way I'm getting ready to teach high school, those things don't bother me. I have teenage children, those things don't bother me. I'm in the community dealing with teenagers and college students, those things don't bother me. I don't want her to be in a space where she feel like she can't come to me.
So what are you doing to make to give her, to let her know that space is there?
Daddy dates.
Okay.
So I date my daughters together and I date them separately.
Okay.
So she has her own interests and things. Like, prime example, my daughter likes makeup. Makeup is one of those things, right? And so my job is to not demonize her liking makeup. My job is to expose her to the qualities and the business side. Girl, get your money, right? So I took her, one of my goddaughter's mother, she's a professional makeup artist. So she had like a brief workshop in Inglewood, had all her little girly girls there. It was a whole little setup situation with a brunch connected to it. That was our daddy-daughter date. I took her to the makeup so she can learn how to do her, the little small things. But also in that same breath, I teach her, you don't need this. You are beautiful without it. But if you like it, you want to do it, I'm going to invest in it. So not to demonize anything.
Yeah.
And so my job is to continue to pour into her so she can know. And I used to say in my earlier years, I don't want her dependent on another dude. That's stupid. she's going to have to find a man is going to have to find her, and she's possibly going to have to trust him and depend on him to some extent. So now my job is to teach you as my daughter is, you can have all your stuff independency and things like that, but you also will like a partner.
Yeah.
And partner comes with submission. Partner comes with compromise. Partnership comes with it's not always about you. She's the oldest girl. Her mom spoils her to death. I spoil her in a certain ways too. So she's that kid.
So a man gonna have to come correct, or he can't come at all.
Both of my daughters are literally like, how can I explain it? I'll give it to you a few ways. You ever seen Recess? Y'all ever seen Recess?
Yes.
All right, y'all remember Recess? All right. So my oldest is like the Ashleys, and my baby is like Ashley Spinelli.
Okay.
Okay. You guys seen Sister?
Yeah.
Okay. My oldest is like Tia on Sister. My baby is like Tamara on Sister.
Okay.
So I have two different dynamics, right? I don't she graduated last week from going into middle school.
I saw the picture.
In the picture, I was like, the dress is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. Loved the dress. Pictures everywhere. Cool. I could have asked for maybe an inch or two
a little bit
longer, right? Because everybody, oh, she's so cute and all that, and legs and all that. I'm like, yeah, kiss my ass. Okay? What are y'all talking about? But also not demonizing her for accepting, embracing her womanhood. Yeah. Slowly but surely. I don't never want you to grow up. I monitor everything. She got an iPad. Daddy's connected to Roblox. Daddy's connected to TikTok. I see it all, right? Good. And nothing personal. I'm not overbearing, but I need to know what was going on, what's going on.
Roblox is a dangerous place for children.
I don't even think she does Roblox. TikTok, and she's a normal
TikTok girl.
She's a normal little 12-year-old, right? Keeping her innocence though, you know. Yeah. And even I don't always like it, but I know she lives with her mom. Her mother has a lot of more smaller children, so she's mommy, second mom, which is good practice. So I'm not demonizing, but I also let her know that daddy's going to make sure you have your own identity outside of the cooking and the cleaning and learning how to be mother. So that's my job.
So Rob, what are you afraid of for when your baby girls become teenagers, really? Because I mean, adults, not too much you can do, but teenagers, that is a scary thing for girls.
Yeah, I know. Especially because, like, you know, like bro said, I just really want my daughters to be open with me and comfortable to come, just come to me for anything. You know what I'm saying? And just to have that bond, you know. And I don't know, I felt some type of way because when I just seen my kids for Brooklyn birthday, Harlan was like, "Yeah, Daddy, I got 2 boyfriends." I was like,
how old is she?
"What?" 8.
Oh Lord. You stopped drinking at the right time, dog. You stopped drinking at the right time, dog.
Like, oh, hell
you might have to hit the
button.
2.
2 is
so
crazy.
Like,
she jumping right in.
You
2
know
is
what
crazy.
I'm saying? Yeah, that was crazy for me. You know, because it's like I really can't do nothing right now.
Yeah, because
know?
they're so far away
they stay in a whole nother state and stuff. But really just to be open. You know,
and so far it seems like she is.
Yeah,
because she was very open.
Harlem is very smart. You know what I'm saying? I know it's like she makes very good decisions. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just my family as a whole, like, you know, I have a really good family and a great support system. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of scary though, just because thinking about the stuff that we experienced.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Especially like because we was outside at a young age.
Yes, we was.
You know, like we was thinking we was adults at 14.
Yes.
15, like we was going to clubs. You know, like OG.
And times
OG
were different.
cycles,
Time was different. Yeah.
You
times
know,
was
cliques
different.
and stuff and car clubs.
Cliques,
it was different.
car clubs, motorcycle clubs, all type of stuff. You know, like staying out at a late hour. So I don't know, man. I just say prayed up, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all 2 questions before we wrap this up. And one of the questions is Monty made this like a controversial thing on one of our podcasts. And being that you both are God-fearing men, I have to ask. Okay. But before I ask, I'm gonna ask the first question that we asked our parents because we had a Mother's Day episode, and we asked our moms like, what do you think is a scam? Or how do we put it? We said, what's the scam about being a parent?
Yeah, I think I asked my mom. I said, well, what's
you asked your own
as
mother?
you being I asked my mom when she was here. her being a mother and coming up, what is something that you can think of in the journey of fatherhood, no matter where you are in your journey? What is something that you think is kind of like a scam about fatherhood, single fatherhood, or just fatherhood in general, where it's either not talked about enough, where it needs to be more exposure to, or people need to be mindful of, stuff like that? Or anything like that.
What do you think is a scam? But keep in mind, like a scam, that's just like, nah, motherfucker. Like,
just
y'all
something,
need to know
something
this
that's
shit.
like
child support.
Yeah. There you go.
That's a good
Child
scam.
support is a scam.
Especially like
Scam.
if the parent is in the picture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can ask your partner for whatever, and your partner gonna give it to you, but then like you own it because of like EBT or something like that. Now the other parent is on child support.
That's
and
actually
now you fucking up the other
yeah.
parent partner like situation type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Child support is
That's a good one.
BS.
Child support custody, period. The whole situation is
everything.
Tragic.
It's like only in America though, I think. You know?
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not 100% sure, but I wouldn't be surprised that it's only America thing.
about
Just
to
like
go
how
to
we
Africa.
only pay for healthcare here and
Fuck.
education here, by the way. So I
Not
wouldn't be
Africa.
surprised.
But some
Go
parents
back
don't
to
get.
the land.
Some parents don't even have to deal with that though. It's true.
True.
Yeah,
So-
my baby daddy.
Oh, you didn't. Oh, reverse question.
For
Why you
now,
didn't-
for now,
Neither one of them.
for now.
So you've never put any of them on child support?
I tried. So crazy part, I tried to put the first one on child support.
Like deliberate? And I mean, no disrespect.
No,
but
like
I'm about to
I tried to serve him.
Okay.
Couldn't find him. So the court told me if I don't find him in a amount of this time, they're gonna fine me. Meaning they're gonna charge me, and I'm gonna be in trouble.
You've never been on welfare either. No disrespect.
No, yeah, fuck yeah.
So then that's what I'm saying. It's two different child supports.
Oh
though.
no. So when they asked me, I'm lying. Yeah, I'm not. Going
Allegedly.
through, yeah, allegedly.
This is
I
all
was
alleged,
on
by
there
the way.
just.
This is all alleged,
But
by
fuck
the
them
way.
because they don't give me shit no more anyway. I
They
make too
probably
much.
make too much.
Yeah, I make too much to be on fucking welfare.
Okay.
But yeah, I was telling them like, yeah, what? Can't even say I was lying because I didn't know where the nigga was at. He was running from everybody, and I didn't know. Like, I mean, I was 15. Yeah, I was 15 when I got pregnant by him, so of course I don't know his social.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 15. I didn't know his social, of course. Yeah, I knew his name. The last address I got ain't working. I don't even think nobody lived there no more. So, but my other two kids, I was still with him, and I knew how it went because, of course, I had a child already by another man. So I already knew how to go about not putting him in a position to have to worry about that. And again, I still did it because I'm just so fucking nice. And
nice. That's
I
crazy.
am, but I also really hate going through courts. Like I've always hated the courts ever since I had to go through that. It's not an easy process. It's not like a walk in. My baby daddy ain't doing shit for my kids. I need some money. It's not like that. At least it wasn't like that for me. And I'm not the type of female that want to just break a nigga down. Cause I always like to see the best in people.
No,
Even though
I'm
I
sorry.
fucking
That's-
can't stand him.
At some
but-
point,
But
a
yes,
nigga got to get broke down.
like
I'm sorry.
it gets to a point. It does. And I mean, you
gets
can
to
be
a
as active as you want, but if I got to make more sacrifices than you, then I'm
A
gonna
nigga
let them
gotta get
decide.
broke
I'm gonna
down.
let them decide what you need, what type of baggage you need to pull, because I can't pull all this baggage by myself. It's not fair.
That's interesting to say that because
You still didn't answer my question.
I'm about to answer. I think I would say child support and custody the same way, simply because I have 3 mothers of my children, and unfortunately, I've had to respond to child support. I've had to respond to custody agreements, arrangements. I've never filed anything. I've always responded. Can we say that out loud?
Yes.
I've never filed. I've always responded. And that hurts because there's never been a time where I'm not going to be there for my children. And there's never been a time where I had to learn. I didn't even know, like you said, there was a difference with child support. So you got women who get on welfare and the father has to pay it back. And then you got women who just go directly to child support. Then you get all these arrears. Then they take your license. You can't get a passport. I've been through, I'm 15. My oldest will be 16 in August. I can't even tell you how many times we on the podcast. It's true. I want people to heal currently. Got to go through more custody stuff to take care of what I've always taken care of.
Right.
You know, and I'm at a point now, it's like, why do I have to, what's going on? To children who look like me, have my name, I'm always there, smile when they see me, run into my arms and see me. I've never placed my kids' mothers in a situation like you, where they couldn't find me or didn't know where to go or anything like that. And the weapon of custody and child support, like I'm 15 years in, and I can show you the text messages. I can show you the emails. I can show you Talking Parents app is what they have. And it's unfortunate because I never thought, again, I did have my kids early, but I never thought that the weapon part about it would be used like this to this magnitude of somebody like who's always wanted to be there. You know, I've always wanted to be there. I've always be there.
I think with that, because my baby daddy tried to pull that too, like, well, you know, the kids love me, and if you need me, I always be there. But there was times when I needed you and you didn't fall through.
That's different.
And then you said like, well, I got this to take care of, so I can't. Okay, but I also got this to take care of, and I can't.
When you say this, you mean financially?
Like, okay, let's just say I got to go to work.
Okay.
But we made an agreement. And now you saying that you can't stick to that agreement because you got to go to work.
Oh, that's different.
Okay, so why do I've been making these sacrifices
Absolutely.
about work this whole year. This is your turn now, and you dropped the ball.
My youngest daughter's mom just texted me about something, and the first thing, I've been in all my kids' life since day one. My grandmother, rest her soul, taught me how to hold it down. So even if I don't know what's about to happen, when you say, Akila, I need you, okay, I'm gonna figure it out. And I remove it from even if I gotta go to work, 2 jobs, school, whatever, my village, because we are no longer together. So my village is we gonna figure it out. And if I do need your help, I will ask. But I've always been hands-on. They can come with me. They can stay with me. I'll figure it out. So I definitely understand with that part.
Because a lot of fathers do feel like, well, the kids love me. You know, all you got to do is call me if you need me.
No.
Well, are you know, I always show up when you do call. So it's like, what's the problem? I should be. But at some point, it's just like, if you've been actively in their lives, if you, like, you know, he used to live with me. We used to raise these kids together. You know what they need. You know what I need. So at some point, why do I have to call you?
Absolutely.
Like, why, you know? So I get why some mothers do it, because it is over fucking well.
I get it.
But I also feel like a lot of fathers do feel like that portion should be enough for them not to have to go through that. But shit, he told me like, well, you always got it figured out. I just thought you had it figured out.
Yes, I would never say nothing like that. I'm the type, they can live with me. I'll come pick them up. They can stay with me, or I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. So my mom,
that's me. That's the type of her I am. I will figure it out.
My mom used to call me Mr. Mom because I've been in a situation where I had custody of my children. They was there. Again, I've never filed anything. I've always responded. You hear what I'm saying? I'm saying that out loud, so nobody will feel disrespected. And because of that, I've been forced. Like, I remember one time, and me and my dad don't really get along too much now, but I remember one time, I was 18 and my youngest son had just came home from the hospital, whatever, and he wouldn't bathe my son. Like, he wouldn't do it. Like, he was like, you got to do that. And when he did that, that let me know right then and there that I'm gonna always be hands on. So I can do it all. Now, do I let the mothers do the motherly things? Absolutely, because that's your job. You their mama. As I'm dad, and I gotta do certain things. But it's never where you feeling like I don't want you in your feelings based off control. So I've dealt with the control or the helicopter or you trying to control how I'm raising them. That's not how this works. I have my own set of situations and standards. I'm their dad, and we have different rules and sets and a culture here, just like I respect your culture over there. Yeah. So I never want to be taken advantage of. But I don't deal with deadbeats either. Like, if I feel any type of, I'm fighting for my kids right now. Got to go back to court. Got to get another lawyer. Got to do all this stuff so they can come see me.
Right.
So and I'm not saying I've always been perfect. I've made some mistakes over the years. I'm 15 years in, and as a young father, I've grown and things like that. My job is to make sure he don't have to deal with some of the stuff. And he'll tell you, when he was going through it, I was hitting him. Stay strong, be cool, breathe, drink some water, because I've been there. Yeah. And a lot of that be spite or momentary frustrations or the relationship problems.
Yeah,
so you can speak on it, but
I was hurt.
Yes, he was.
I was sick.
He was hurt.
I was sick.
Baby was hurt.
I know you was. You ain't gotta tell me. You ain't gotta tell me.
He don't gotta tell me either. I was there. I was there, and I did not believe it at first until I saw how hurt he was. I was like, oh yeah, this shit is real.
Over people we love.
Shit is
and
real.
Like what you just said, going to the bottle. Yeah. So that pain right there.
That year was tough for me.
It was.
Because that's the year I had the brain surgery too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was that same year.
So like.
Yes, literally right after.
Yeah, with the brain surgery, then the whole separation. running to the bottle. Then like my kids gone.
You was venting on Facebook too. I knew it was bad.
That shit was like death, low key. You know, that was death. Part of me died.
Yeah.
And man, I'm just happy I made it out. You know?
Ain't that the beauty in it though? Like, you know,
totally
during that time, it really do be
Mhm.
feeling like fucking the end of the world. And then when you make it out, you be like, damn, I wish everybody who was where I was at and they're there right now, I wish they would know, like, you're going to make it out and it's going to feel so fucking good when you do. Because, I mean, I remember when I was down and out, but this ain't about me, this about y'all fathers. But, yeah, made it out.
Well, I appreciate y'all because I definitely know that fathers, we don't really get, you know, Father's Day is a Sunday. Y'all know how the world is. You know, Mother's Day, they got flyers set up and they got tables and chairs and chintz and flowers set up in April. Father's Day, you ain't gonna see nothing but a tumbleweed.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nobody out there yet.
You ain't seen nothing on your social media, your algorithm, nothing, right?
They don't even got events planned
You
out
see
for
what I'm saying? You can go to any restaurant on Father's Day. It won't be a line. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all lying.
No, it's
Socks
true.
and drawers.
Socks and drawers. You might get cologne when
I
your
was
girl
gonna say
ain't
a
mad
cologne.
at you.
Yeah.
When your
A
girl ain't
cologne.
mad at you, get you some cologne.
You'll get that cigar, yeah?
What?
No, the cologne is real because I'm a daddy's girl. And I'm sorry,
Hey,
Dad.
I love the
I
cologne.
don't know what else you like.
Hey,
Here goes some-
and
here goes
look,
some
I mean, the
if you
cologne.
cologne
love them,
is
you go
good.
to Macy's and get the cologne, not CVS.
I'm not
Get
going to
Curve.
CVS. I go to
Yeah,
Macy's.
I'm just making sure you go, you know.
And I might get him a little watch or something.
you're a daddy's
like
girl.
Like I'm a big daddy's girl,
Okay.
unfortunately for me. But
I don't fuck
and
with
I
moms.
might
That's
get him some cologne.
Therapy. Remember we talked about that.
I
need
get him like a
therapy, I
little
do.
jersey or something. That's all I got though.
A jersey is
Love
crazy.
you.
You got one of them back.
But even after
You
I
like
get
sports,
therapy,
yeah.
there won't be a relationship. Because
That's-
forgiveness is a decision. I learned that in church.
Ooh, so you haven't forgiven?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, you have?
Yes, but it's a decision. I don't just because I forgive you don't mean we have to build, maintain, or have a relationship.
Is it? Let me ask you this because I'm
Go
with
ahead.
you with my pops. I know we run out of time. I'm with you with my pops, and I love my dad to death. I just can't deal with him because he be on
Yeah.
bullshit. So is that him not trying? Is he trying? Let me ask you this.
No, he's trying, but he has to get. He needs to get therapy. He needs to work on his inner self because the projecting is just not allowed anymore.
Oh,
like
yeah,
I've set my boundaries and I'm tired of setting them repeatedly. So now it's just time to just shut that part of my life out because there's a lot. It comes from a lot of childhood trauma that I have to deal from. That I have to work on myself.
Okay.
So now I know that I do need therapy. I'm not going to focus on that anymore.
Okay.
Because once I get my therapy, I feel like that's when the real healing is going to start.
Okay. That's
the childhood
honest.
trauma.
I'm fire.
At least you honest.
Oh, most definitely. When it comes to that, I there's no denying.
It took me a minute.
Because it kind of, and then I see now as an adult, it spilled into the man that I've chosen in my life. So, which is why I've been single for 6 years.
You've been single for 6 years?
Yes.
6? No situationships? Or
I like to have fun, but I've not have any
ain't
situations.
no man came in and like try to wipe
Oh,
you?
they've
like?
tried.
So what's up?
I lose interest fast.
Capricorn.
And
I don't even know how to respond. Like,
and I don't play games. I'm not about to sit up here and be like, well, we can still. No, I'm sorry. You going about your way, I'm going about my
so
way.
what you looking for? Can we ask that on Father's Day? I know. Thank you for having us fathers.
I
Shift
will.
the conversation.
I will touch bases on that on our next EP on what I'm looking
up.
for because it's about you guys. But my standards are pretty high. I made sure that when I healed, I was not healing myself to go back to be with what I was used to, like, you know, and not being afraid to say no to men who didn't have everything that I wanted because I deserve that. So
Deserve
regardless,
is a strong word.
I don't give a
Monty, you
fuck.
single? 6 years? 5 years?
30.
I knew you.
Jesus.
I knew you were. It's true. She
Maybe
has
I'm the
not.
problem.
She has not had an official relationship
Can I bring this back?
Ever?
ever.
Correct. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've never asked nobody to be my boyfriend. Ain't nobody ever asked me to be their girlfriend. So single 30 years. Love you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm
He's
flabbergasted.
Yeah, I get that a
appalled.
lot.
Yeah, she
I get
does.
that
She
so
get
much,
it.
and I be like,
To her, it's normal. To her, it's normal.
I don't give.
I got a
age
safe space
crazy.
question. Is this like men and women or just strictly men? Because you never know.
As far as I'm concerned, it is just men.
Okay. Thank you for
at the moment. I don't think that I've done my experimentations and stuff like that, but I am.
Oh,
Okay,
sexy.
so before we wrap this up, let
That's
me ask y'all
sexy.
this one question.
Okay.
Because Monty said it, and
Rob, you go first.
Okay, Rob, you
wait.
can't go first.
What
Okay.
did I say though?
Let me tell you what she said. So and I don't want this to be like a prolonged
Yes,
thing.
please, because I gotta go to the
Just
bathroom.
tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
Because we're gonna talk more about it on our
This is
on our
news
next
for all of
EP.
us. I don't know what
Okay.
she's talking about.
Do you feel like the church home is a scam?
Oh, brother. Excuse me. Pause. Okay. Let me go ahead and elaborate. Because in the moment when I did say that, we weren't gonna.
I saw this on social media.
We weren't going to prolong the conversation because we had other topics that we wanted to touch on at that moment.
Producer said we got time. We still got time, producer.
We don't. My bladder said we don't got time.
Oh,
So I'm gonna
you
let you
gotta
know.
pee.
I'm gonna let you know what's
Hold
going
your
on.
hand up like we in church.
I'm gonna let you know what's going on. When I said, and I actually don't remember.
But I just want them to say how they feel about it, and then we gonna talk about it on Saturday.
So I'm supposed to. Okay, that's fine. Actually.
Yeah,
I can
because
take that.
we gonna dig into what they.
But
gotta
by the way,
say.
like that's not whatever you thinking I meant. That's not exactly.
No,
what
it's
I
not
meant, but that's
exactly.
okay.
So, in order for y'all to know exactly what she meant, y'all got to tune into our next EP after this.
I like EP, so.
And I'm probably still gonna be the bad
so
guy. Guess what?
podcast
I don't care.
savvy. I like the vernacular. Yeah, I got you. I hear you. Rob.
The church home a scam?
Yeah, so like not God. We're not talking about.
We got you.
We're not
Absolutely
talking about
not.
God. We're not talking
I
about
love
the
you.
gospel. We're talking about church homes. Like, do you feel like the church home is a scam?
I don't think so.
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
No.
Noise.
No. Okay.
Noise.
No.
All
That's
right.
excellent. We love that. To be continued.
All right, thank you so much, man. Rob, you got anything? Follow me on the gram. What you got?
Yeah, follow me at Rob Cheerio. You know, y'all start giving grace to yourself. Godspeed. And yeah, I love y'all. And thank you to my sisters for
We
having
love
me
you.
here. I love y'all. And shout out to my brother.
Man, love you,
nice
King.
seeing you.
my
I love
dog.
you, dog.
Wait, which camera do I look at? I'll be forgetting. Okay, that one. Okay. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Akila O'Neal. You can follow me at I am Akila AKELA O__. I am Akila AKELA O__. Shout out to my sisters Imani and Denise for bringing us here. All black men continue to heal so we can take care of our women and our children.
Amen.
Simple as that.
And it is also men's health,
Yeah.
men's mental health awareness,
right, 'cause
awareness
I
month.
had therapy
Let's
today.
throw that
Hey,
out there too. While
June
it
is
is Father's
men's mental health day.
For real.
Father's Day is
That's
this Sunday.
facts.
Shout out to the fathers.
We want to make
Happy
sure we
Father's
push that
Day.
too.
Go
We
to
gotta push that
therapy.
too.
Go to therapy.
Please
Go to
go.
therapy.
For real.
gotta
I wish
push
I
that
would have went
too.
to therapy a long time
I got a few
ago.
therapists to keep it a
I
buck.
That's
love
fire. Y'all
therapy.
take
I got like
notes.
3.
I know
For
some
real.
of y'all men out there who need to go ahead and take notes.
Hey, no, if any man ain't going to therapy, bro, I don't know. I don't think you really living your life the right way. You in denial. I'm gonna tell you that
Yeah,
right
so
now.
we're going to wrap that up, y'all. I hope to catch y'all on our next EP because that's where you're going to get the juice. We're about to start back talking our hot shit.
Hot shit.
'cause
EP is so
I know
nice.
you've been missing us. And yeah, we're back and we're ready, y'all. Happy Father's Day.